Good morning. So we're going to jump right into it this morning, and our topic for the day is the importance of failure and why we let our kids make mistakes. So that's a big one, right, guys? I think it's important to allow kids to make mistakes and, to let them know that failure is okay, because, that's what they learn from life, is mistaking trial and error, right? Like, if one thing doesn't work, you try something else. What do you think, Barry? Why?
I think it creates a learning opportunity. So the majority of the time, what they think is failures and it's just like the end of the world, it's probably not even really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And so just creating a safe place, just letting them know that like it's not really that big of a deal. And with a little bit of correction, it can be fixed.
I say validating their feelings, right? Like validating, like, it's okay, I understand, like, it's a really big deal for you. I try to do that a lot, like validating what they feel, because they feel it, right? And so in their minds, it's true. Your feelings can't be false, right? Don't let anybody ever tell you that the way you feel is incorrect, because they are your feelings. So I always try and validate their feelings by letting them know, like, yeah, I understand, like, for instance, basketball. Basketball is a super big deal for Trey, right? And as Trey was getting older, he was having a hard time making shots on the bigger basketball goal. And so for him, that was the end of the world, because he couldn't make it, and he was just so frustrated, he was ready to give up. And I was just like, no, let's keep trying. Daddy doesn't make all of his shots. You're not going to make every shot you try, but if you continue to try, eventually you will be able to get the ball up there, right? We're just using this for an example. And eventually, through trying and through, trial and error and fixing this form and all of that, he was able to shoot the shot. And like that first shot he made after trying was like, whoa, like golden, right? Like he was just the look in his eyes. Like, it's that look. That's why you allow them to make mistakes and, allow them to do the trial and error thing, because once they do get it, it's like a hint of confidence. It's like a boost of confidence, right?
Yeah, I think it like teaches a growth mindset as well. Like just believing in their abilities and stuff, just knowing that they can do it and stuff.
Yeah, and that's where that confidence comes in at. And that confidence in one thing, trickles down into other things. So that basketball confidence trickles down into school, and that trickles down into everyday life.
And it like helps them see them as opportunities.
Yeah, instead of something that I can't do.
Yeah,
it turns it into something that I'm gonna try and do it, right? Like, oh, I can do this, I'm gonna try, right? Instead of saying, no, I can't do that. Like, I don't even want to try. Like, I've noticed Trey's mindset is starting to change, right? It used to be no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Like, no, I don't want to do it. Whereas now it's like, oh, okay, I'll try. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'll try. It's
so it encourages risk taking as well.
Yeah. It does what that means. I agree. It does. Carson really hasn't gotten. Carson is just super, like, Carson is still like more so outgoing, right? Like, he really hasn't hit that point to where it's like, no, I can't do it. He's still at that age where he's curious and he wants to try everything. He hasn't really reached that point yet, but we will still, once he does reach that point, to kind of, because it's a realization for kids, right? Like, it's a realization that something's hard and I can't do it. That happens at a certain age. And so once he does hit that age where that light clicks, like, everything's not going to be easy for me, then we will continue to encourage him as well, just like we continue to encourage Trey.
Another big thing I think it does, it reduces the pressure of perfection.
Yes.
So like just knowing that
nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. You don't have to be perfect all the time. You don't have to do this particular thing perfect, but at least you're trying it and trying to make it perfect and just doing it the best that you can.
Yes.
To the best of your ability.
And that's what we preach, just doing your best.
I definitely think it reduced the pressure of perfection as well.
It does.
Where they can just like be more freely to
do it without any expectation, right? You're doing it without the expectation of it being perfect, or doing it without the expectation of messing up. In the beginning, it's just about doing it, and the more you do it, the better at it you get. That's what, even with homework, schoolwork, basketball, everyday life, that is, that's what we teach, that the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Like, we're having a hard time with time right now. The more you do it, I just keep telling Trey, like, the more you do it, the better you'll get. And now he's happy, like, to try and tell, like, time on an actual clock. And so yeah, that's how we handle it. So I'd say just drop in the comments and let us know how you guys handle the pressure of being perfect, and how you guys handle letting your kids make mistakes. Thank you guys for riding with us this morning and listening to us. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys comment.